Hello everyone, this is VGvSC2A Akaya, and we are in game number 2 of the Spartan versus DEFCON 5 matchup. And Spartan is playing as random, and as you can see in the lower left here, he has spawned as the green Terran. So he's going to be playing as Terran this game against the purple Protoss of DEFCON 5, who once again is playing under the account Rodrigo. I'm not sure if that's actually his account or if he's borrowing somebody else's because he's on the European servers or what's going on. But anyways, they are going to be facing off on Blistering Sands here, which of course is a two-player map that was released with the StarCraft 2 beta. And since this is a two-player map, it's a lot easier to scout your opponent, because of course you know where they start, so you don't have to find out which of 4 starting positions that opponent is possibly located at. But it looks like the Terran player Spartan already moving out his SCV, scouting the entrance here, seeing that first pylon goes down, and actually he is going to be putting down a proxy barracks here. So this is actually something that's pretty common for two-player maps, is that you see one player try to do some kind of a cheese which allows him to basically get some early pressure onto his opponent, and a lot of times that can actually be enough to win a game. We'll see if Spartan's actually able to pull off a win with his proxy barracks here, as we do see the first gateway for DEFCON 5 go down, and he is not going to scout the expansion for any kind of a proxy, so he's going to be unaware of this proxy for the time being, and he's going to move his probe out across the map to try to do a little bit of scouting in the base of Spartan. But Spartan actually has a supply depot going down at the entrance to his base already as well, so going to kind of try to disguise this build a little bit possibly, and hope that this supply depot at the entrance to his base is enough to kind of throw DEFCON 5 off the trail of his scent, in order to not give away this proxy strategy right now, which the supply depot just now finishing, and he's getting into his base, see that there is a refinery, so I'm not sure if he's going to be aware. Obviously this timing is a little bit different. Most players would have a supply depot already and be starting a barracks out here, so he may be well aware already that there is no barracks and that there is something fishy going on the map right now. And actually he's going to do a proxy Reaper rush, which is very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do a proxy Reaper rush, but we'll see if this is something that can pay off for him. There's one Zealot coming out for the Protoss player DEFCON 5 right now, so we'll see if that is actually enough to hold off this Reaper rush. Usually ranged units are important for holding off a Reaper, just because Reapers can out micro any melee unit in the game other than Zerglings, I think. So it's very, very difficult to deal with an early Reaper harassment if you don't have any ranged units, and it looks like that first Reaper coming out right now for the Terran player, and he's going to run straight into that Zealot and just barely pulling him away before getting fired down. It looks like he is going to try to get him focused in there, but unfortunately not able to really do anything. It looks like he is going to try to build a bunker up here as well, and the Reaper should have enough range there that he can take down that supply depot if he has vision, but for some reason canceling that bunker, and it looks like he is going to back his SCV off, and another Reaper coming out right now and another one building. So, but one Stalker does come into the mix here and takes down the first Reaper without any issues, and it looks like the second Reaper is going to hang back right now, and the third Reaper still building. So it looks like for the time being, it's and Spartan says, don't know what I'm doing right now, so it looks like he is not really committed to a strategy 100%, although I would say at this point he is more or less committed to this proxy rush. He cancels the last Reaper and is not going to lift off this barracks for some reason, and DEFCON 5 says, you're trying to cheese the shit out of me. But unfortunately this barracks is going to go down for him, but there is another barracks at his base, and he has a bunker going up right now, so he will probably be able to hold that off if he gets counterattacked, because he does have defense at the entrance to his base. And I cannot believe that he is just letting this barracks sit here and take a beating, because he should be lifting this off and flying it back to his base to aid with production, and there he finally lifts it off, but he's going to use it for scouting instead. So this barracks basically just going to suicide. This is a bad way to start the game for Spartan right now. He does have a Ghost Academy going up right now, so he is going to be trying to get some EMP, but only 2 Marines in 1 bunker, so I don't know if that's going to be enough to hold off any kind of a counterattack here, unless the Protoss player DEFCON 5 just lets him sit there for a decent amount of time and actually catch up in the tech. But unfortunately right now he is very, very far behind. As you can see, the Protoss player already has a Cybernetics core and 3 gateways. He had a Twilight Council going there, but apparently canceled that. But he does have both of his assimilators up and running, so he will have a decent amount of gas to get a lot of tech units out. And what he's going to really need are those ranged units to to break up through this Terran barricade. And actually, if he can get blink out in time, once he gets up the ramp, if he can just get a zealot up there or something, he can actually blink over this cliff and get behind this Terran barricade, which would actually give him a very, very quick way in and allow him to do a lot more damage in a short period of time. But as I mentioned, he did cancel that Twilight Council earlier, so he's not going to have that blink ability able to be researched anytime soon. And it looks like DEFCON 5 is going to go for a Nexus. So rather than trying to retaliate early in the game, it looks like he may be trying to set up for a bit of a longer macro game. 3 warp gates up and running for him now, and he is getting his expansion, although he is going to move across the map with this small army that he has, which actually is not too small. He's got 5 stalkers, 2 zealots, and 2 sentries, so that's a decent amount, and 1 sentry trailing behind everybody. It looks like he's going to try to break up the back entrance of the Terran player, which if we look at the units overlay right now, we can see that the Terran player only has 5 Marines right now in addition to his 22 SCVs. So once they break down these rocks, the Terran player Spartan will have absolutely nothing to defend against this virtually, because 5 Marines will not hold up very long against this Protoss army right now. But if we look at the income overlay 2 here, we can see both players they were about even, but it looks like the Terran player is actually taking a slight advantage with the mules that are in play right now. And the Protoss player, DEFCON 5, manages to break down these rocks and is going to move up this map. And this supply depot will go down pretty quickly to the combined fire of this diverse Protoss army. And it looks like he is going to move in here. Only 2 Marauders and 5 Marines, really not going to cut it, although he does have 1 Ghost in the mix. He does not have enough energy for EMP, although just coming online. So if he can place the right EMP and micro these units perfectly, he may actually be able to do some damage here, although that EMP only got 1 Zealot, it looks like. So unfortunately, that EMP is not going to do the damage he needs it to. Oh, and that lone Ghost getting trapped outside, although for some reason they did not focus fire him down. He does go down anyways, though, and all the SCVs in the mix with these Terran units here trying to take on this Protoss army, and there is just not enough firepower to deal with all of these Zealots, Stalkers, and Sentries. And as you can see, most of the SCVs going down, all the Marines going down, and Spartan is going to GG. So a very quick game 2 going to DEFCON 5. So we are 1-1 match. We are 1-1 in this round, best of 3 matchup. So we're going to move on to the ace match, game 3, to see if SC2 Armory can pull down another win in the first round.